over that 12-week period, you haven't missed anything. Well, maybe just a little bit, but you still have plenty of time. And it's just going to take you a little bit longer, just like it does for adults. As we get older, it takes us a little longer to learn things. We just have to be more patient than we would be with an 8-week-old who's going to run right up and just go crazy. So for those of you with puppies that are older than 12 weeks, just be more patient and understand you're going to have to take things at a slower pace, but there's still plenty of time to build the perfect companion for you and your family.
But I'm glad you recognized that there was some signs of fear, and now you know that it's something you're going to circle and work on, right? All right, we have so much content to go over. Hopefully you've got a hungry puppy, or you have a puppy napping. Some of you look like you're about to take a nap. So we're going to get started. As people trickle in, Julie, you'll just kind of keep them posted. This is class 4 of 8. The theme today is our surfaces. So we're going to be doing an obstacle course. I can't wait to see what you brought. And exposure to sounds. I'll go ahead and use the dumpster truck sound as one of the sounds that we'll use in today's class when we go into working with our enrichment project. I think we have a couple new people, but just in case we do, I'm Yoar Menderes. I'm super excited to be here. I'm the owner and founder of Canine Learning Academy. We are launching a lot of brand new things and excited. We're going to tell you at the very, very end of class when your puppy's sleeping, some of the challenges and upcoming things that we have to share with you. Julie Fryman are also our certified dog trainer. Together, we write a lot of curriculum, and every single video editing and all of that is all shot by the both of us using a lot of cameras and lights. It's one of the projects I actually do on the side, and I absolutely love bringing it to you. Just a few on the class rules. We can see and hear you if you have your video on. So by opening up yourself with your video, we can make some adjustments to your training. So if we notice your dog is doing something or not able, we're able to give you some feedback right now, which is the advantage of going live with us. It's like being in a live class, except you don't have the stress of the other dogs in class. If this is your 4th week, this is the last class of your 4th week, you want to let us know. We have a special certificate for you, and you can graduate this class, and we can talk about what is next. You're welcome to stay in this class for as long as you want. This class is completely free. We do accept donations. If you have a job and you'd like to donate, that'd be great. Otherwise, just feel free to please share anything that you can on your social media platform. This is Puppy Start Right. It follows the Puppy Start Right preschool curriculum. The basic template or the basic purpose of this class is to get your dogs fast-tracked into being exposed and socialized so that they can adjust in the real world. And then when you teach them all these amazing behaviors and you put them on cue, your dog is most likely to listen. Without socialization, without your dog saying, oh, the world's pretty safe, you're going to go outside and they're not going to listen. So it's important to really dive into this and take advantage of this course and this class and as many books as you can. We have a ton of resources if you'd like to know a little bit more about them. The Puppy Start Right curriculum goes over these basic 6 bullet points: development periods, body language, socialization, foundation, intro to training, and problem solving. This class today is an interactive, so we are going to be working with you are going to be working with your puppies, and you're going to get feedback from us. Specifically, this week's theme is obstacles and sounds. The lesson is I'm going to talk for no more than about 4 minutes or less. During that time, I'd like you to try and get your dog to relax, or just kind of, get your settle mat ready and have them relax. That's where you're petting and stuff. And when you go to work, you'll have anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. Please wait till that time. You saw last week how exhausting it is for everyone. We have a lot to go over. You saw that we went through a lot on Tuesday, so we are going to be going through a lot today. It's going to go pretty quickly. Today's class, you'll need a blanket or a dog bed or a place to put your dog if you've got a crate or an X-Pen, just to let them settle down and relax for a second. You want to bring their water bowl, make sure you have that close by. We're going to be using a bowl today for one of the resource guarding, that bowl game that we introduced on Tuesday. If you'd like to have a couple toys to keep your dog busy, or if you get into play and they start nipping at you, I'd like to see you using some toys to move your dog away from you. If you can grab a wash rag or a towel, a small towel, we're going to be using that for our enrichment project. It can be a small blanket, pretty much anything that you can wrap. We're going to be doing a little burrito game. Harness and leash is optional. And then anything that you wanted to bring in for your obstacle course. I specifically like to see a cookie sheet so that we can replicate a scale that your dog will go on when they hit that vet visit. Anytime you see your dog being really calm, I want you to make sure you reinforce that sitting down. Okay, so from last week, we did the nose targeting. We introduced the nose targeting on Tuesday. That's going to be your warm-up today. We're going to go into dog touches, nose to the hand. We want to see where you're at with that. Julie, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. If you see one of the puppy owners doing really well with that, I want you to quickly move them into a moving target, as well as it maybe even bouncing into a recall, telling them to run back and then do the nose target from there. Other than that, I'm going to play this video just to give you a review. I'm going to play about 30 seconds of it, and we're going to get up and running in about 30 to 45 seconds. Please don't leave until I'm done. So you're going to be presenting your hand 2 inches away from your dog's nose. It's going to be natural for your dog to move. That movement, I want you to give me a mark. I want you to give me give your dog a verbal marker, or if you've got a clicker, you're going to be using your clicker. Otherwise, just give me a verbal marker like good boy or yes. Remove that target hand. Use that same hand to give your dog a treat. So it's present the hand, yes. Take that same hand, grab a treat, and provide the treat right to their mouth. Or you can place it on the area next to you to kind of get them away from you, because they're going to probably figure out where the food is coming from pretty quickly. If you've got this straight in front of them pretty quickly, we're going to tell you to move it a little bit left, move a little bit right, but you're going to keep it about 3 to 5 inches away from their face at first. Once you've got that, then you can move to 6 inches or 12. So it's in front, little left, little right. Then you can progress a little further, and then you might hear us tell you to go ahead and start a moving target. Any questions, Julie?
Not yet.
All right. Okay, so we're going to set your timers. You're going to be starting off with nose targeting. Everyone's going to be going at the same time. This is your warm-up. And begin.
So remember to have your hands still when you place it down. Oh, hi, Joanna.
Good job. Good job. That's a nose target. Who is this?
Jenna, go down, like be on the floor with your puppy so they don't have to jump, and you're going to go flat. And don't put your hand up here.
Yes.
Go.
There you go. That's it. That was it.
Put it down low for them. So mark it right when the nose touches that hand.
Nice.
Job,
Laura,
guys.
great job, Laura.
Let's see it, Garrett. Yes, mark that, and then good.
Good, Megan. Perfect. If your dog just stares at your hand for a second, put your hand away and then have it appear again. That was perfect, Megan. I liked it. Good patient.
Job.
Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Good. Any movement towards your hand, you're going to mark. They do not need to touch your nose all the way to your hand. They just need to move towards your hand.
So Matthew or Matthew's partner, take the clicker out of that hand, because when she touches it, she's going to feel the pop. Yeah, you want it in the other hand. So put your hand out flat. The moment her nose, you want your hand out flat without a treat in it. The moment that nose touches your palm, then you click.
The other way.
Yeah, but like put it just like I'm holding it right there.
There it is. That's it. Mark that. Now
And
put your hand away.
Yep.
Good job,
Just like it's a stop sign. Put it up and then put it down.
Great job, Robin. Very good.
Perfect. Wait for her to look at it. So she didn't see it when you put it down. Make sure your dog sees you put the target in front of them.
Good, Robin.
Yes.
That was good. I like that you guys are removing your hand. You're being really patient.
Jenna, put your hand down. Put it totally perpendicular, because if you guys are doing this or coming up, your dog's going to jump to get it. So put it as a horizontal line parallel to the ground. There we go. There we go. Good job, guys. Yes.
Brianna, I like it.
Perfect,
Brianna,
Jenna.
Brianne Walker, I want you to go ahead and start moving your hand like that. A little bit left, a little bit right. Perfect. How much
so
time?
So Garrett, pick it up and put it down again. Pick it up, put it all the way up to your chest, and then put it down like it's a sign right in front of them. There we go. Very good. And each time that hand comes up and away from them.
Great.
Good job, guys.
Nice, Garrett. I love your patience. Perfect.
Terry
And a little
Lynn,
petting. I love it.
Pick your hand up and put it right in front of them, parallel to the ground. A lot of people are doing this. Try to do parallel to the ground. Nice. So that your dog just has to walk forward to it.
Good, Jenna.
So right in front of her little tiny face. A little closer. Yes! And
Jenna, perfect.
That was it. Perfect. Good job.
Jenna, I want you to put your hand up to default position between rounds. Go ahead and mark that. Your dog already touched. Go ahead and pay. Put your hands up on your chest. Now come out.
Good job, Brianne. Now you guys can
There you go.
Yeah, each person can say the word touch because she knows that word. Each person can put their hand down, but one at a time. Everyone else is going to be totally still.
You see Tara Lynn has a little Boston.
I know I'm dying. I know I'm dying.
This is the best training room over here. Look at that.
Yes,
little
good
lower.
job, Brianne. Good job. So make sure each person has a treat.
Great job, Tara. That was good. Your hand just needs to come a little bit lower to the ground and wait for her to stop eating. All right, guys. How much time, Julie?
So that's the end of our time. Let's wrap it up. Let your puppies rest and get some water. We have a question on this particular exercise.
Great
question. What do you do if they bite your hand? So one, if this is their first time ever doing this, they're gonna explore with their mouth. They may have their mouth open or, you know, try to do different angles. We wanna mark the movement, but not the mouth on the hand. So if they're coming towards you, you may say yes, right about here, instead of waiting for that hand to be all the way over. If their mouth does get over your hand, you just won't mark it.
I would mark any movement towards your hand, even if their mouth is open, because we want to motivate them to keep going. If your dog is always opening their mouth before they get to you, just mark a little bit sooner. So you're going to say yes when their nose is here versus all the way past. It just means that your timing is a little bit off. So say the marker here, yes, and then remove the hand and then go ahead and pay them. So you want to keep them motivated. So I wouldn't refrain from not marking, especially you're just marking the movement. So just mark a little sooner if their mouth is open.
So everyone give your puppy a break. Try not to overtrain during this time period or they will get fussy and they will bite you. So give them a second to calm down while Yo introduces the next one.
All right, we're going right into our exposure to, I'm actually gonna play, instead of dogs barking, I'm gonna play a garbage truck sound. During this next one, you're gonna take a wash rag and you're gonna take four kibbles and you're going to wrap it and you're gonna make a little burrito out of a wash rag, towel, small blanket, and you're gonna place it in front of your dog about 6 inches on the floor and you're gonna stand back and you're gonna let them problem solve. If you have a treat versus kibble, I want you to put the treat on the outside to kind of get them motivated. Here's a quick little video of what
everyone's starting already. Don't do it yet. Wait for her to talk first and then you can do it. Thank you.
That's exactly how I would be too if I was in class. I'd be like,
I know you would be this person too. That's fine.
All right, guys, let's get started. All right,
so try to make it out of your puppy's reach real quick, because if it's on the floor, they're gonna go and try and steal it from you. So try to make it out of reach and then you're gonna set it down for them. Ready?
And I'm going to play this down.
There we go. Ready, set, go. So make sure they're looking at you, and then you'll set down the little puzzle for them.
I'm just going to play this sound, so we'll be really quiet over this one, Julie. Great job, everybody. 30 more seconds.
I know you're tempted to solve it for them, but please let them try to problem solve on their own. All right. That's about the end. So when you guys are doing this at home, I really encourage you to set it down and back away. Because just like if you're doing your kids' homework for them, they're not really learning the lesson. They're not problem solving on their own. So I saw a lot of people unrolling it, and it's okay to help get them started, but after a second, really let them problem solve and kind of back off so that they can really, really think about it.
Okay, give your dog a break. This is only going to be a 2-minute video. So you got 2 minutes to let them rest and get some water. If you need to go potty, go ahead. This is our exposure to different surfaces. If someone else is in the room with you, you want to make sure that your dog is being taken care of while you go set up, or you can set up in front of them. That's fine, as long as they're not showing any signs of fear. You're going to want to make sure you're very generous with treats. And I want everybody getting all the way down to the ground to encourage your dog to get into the surface that you have. So here is where you're going to put an obstacle course of some kind. Refrain from a lot of jumping. You can use pillows off of the couch, pillows from your bed, blankets rolled up. And you can put the broom down, your vacuum cleaner. So this is the stuff that we asked you to bring to make an obstacle course. After today, I'd like you guys to get really creative with this and introduce new surfaces every time, including like a kiddie pool. So if you're outdoors in the backyard, you can do a much different kind of obstacle course than you can inside the house. Watch your dog's body language. Make sure that you're not pushing them farther than they're ready for. Okay, we're going to get started in just 10 seconds. You'll have quite a long time on this one to set yourselves up and get your puppy ready. But I want to see hips and chest and your whole body on the floor to encourage. Now, once your dog gets on the surface, you can gradually work your way up. But your
goal— Robin got really creative. Ready, go. So use whatever you have in your house, the crates, the Tupperware, the pots and pans, the cookie sheets. Oh, good. Broom and vacuum. Very good, guys.
Joanna, I have you as co-host in case you want to say anything. I'm going to begin one video at a time. Oh, I love how she puts some
Yeah.
pen. That's great.
Good job. And people have boxes. Oh, I love the creativity and the ramp. Very good.
Oh,
Mary
look at
Lynn.
that Boston.
I know, she's so good. So just one little piece at a time, because she's so young, just start kind of dropping things on the way like you would a breadcrumb almost. Just let her wander on her own. Very good. Look how confident some of these are.
I love you're doing the petting. If you didn't bring an obstacle course, just go into like doing a petting session, like a husbandry session where you're treating your dog for accepting touch. Perfect, Garrett. I know that's not Garrett. But...
I like it. If they're a little hesitant on one of the obstacles, just treat around it until they really get comfortable getting up and on it.
Jenna is on it.
I know, I love it. Look at the look at the
wow,
ramp. That's so cool.
Oh, she pulled a whole table in there with a pillow. So Tara Lynn, bring the treats in front of your dog and kind of like do there, she's coming.
Yeah, she's getting little breadcrumbs along the way. Yep. Now treat any movement forward. Just treat her every time she walks forward.
Just put it on the ground. Let her do it herself. Yep, just like that. Just do breadcrumbs.
She's very young. She's very, very young. It's okay.
And you can tell by her body language that this is a little frightening, right? Oh, I love this. Under the chair. Good job. Who is this? Matt and Sarah.
Good job, Karen. You got your puppy over the vacuum. Puppy's doing agility now.
Ouch.
I like getting in and on the box. Oh, look at that, Karen. She's like balancing on the pillow. Too cool. Good job, Brienne. You guys brought out a lot of good stuff.
Oh, Stella. Wow. On the box.
Good job.
Amazing. Good job, guys. Really good movement here.
Oh my God, this is the best part of my day. This is so cute.
We've got a 2 paws up with Stella. How cute.
Oh,
look at the outdoor one. Who's this? Margie. Oh, with the pool. I love it.
Yeah, that's little Darla.
And Karen.
She loves that pool.
Yeah. Wow, great job.
Love this, guys. So,
Karen, do you have a question? Nope. Okay.
It's okay. What if your puppy is playing with the objects? That's okay. It's okay. They're puppies. They're gonna probably mouth, and what we're focused on is just interaction and confidence. So you can try to move them with your hands or a treat, but for the most part, we just want to make them comfortable in this environment. Oh, that was a scary noise. Yeah. So if you do have a scary noise or something goes bang or crash, maybe take that item out for a second, and then you guys can start back, using some food. Oh, look at Stella. She's in the box.
I think it's just an illusion. I think the box is.
She looked like she was inside of it. Oh, good job, Brienne. Doing a little agility.
Brianna, nice. I love the movement. Margie, this is great. Robin.
It's okay. That one. I like how you held it still. Good job, Brienne.
Laura, Tara Lynn, just really good work, guys. All right, begin to start wrapping it up. This is actually very exhausting for your dog, but fun, right? It is so much fun.
Go ahead and in about 10 more seconds, give them a second to really wind down, but then you'll pick all the objects up off the ground so that we can keep them exciting and novel and do this several more times throughout the week.
While you're wrapping up, we'll go ahead and just talk a little bit about some of the body language that we saw and kind of help you out. So any engagement with the obstacles is good. Remember, we said no rules. We don't want to scare your dog by removing it because they didn't do what you wanted them to do. If your dog is showing signs of fear, like they're going over, they're picking up the treat, but their legs are like way back there, just be really patient. Come down even lower. Instead of the treat being, 10 inches, maybe just move it 2 inches. Any increment just little small movements towards the object is all positive. It's moving in the right direction. I loved how generous everyone was with their treats and their petting. A lot of dogs have, are really showing signs of they're being happy. They're showing signs of no fear. Some of you that are hesitant, just keep working on it and be really, really patient. You'll want to continue practicing this, bringing new obstacles in each time. At that time, if your dog is having a good time, that's where you can put on YouTube, at a distance and expose your dog to some different sounds. So the next training topic is leave it. How comfortable, Joanna, are you comfortable if I put you in a room?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to break up into smaller classrooms so we can be a little bit more precise with our training so we're not crossing over. We're going to go into our leave it. This is one of the training topics that we talked about. Leave it is used if your dog is about to get something. You're going to be able to use the leave it, which means don't go there, look at me instead. For today, for this morning, we're going to do a very short session, and it's going to be presenting one hand with kibble. No one use a clicker. It's a little bit complicated for this one. So you have two fists, one with kibble, one with a handful of treats. Fast forward this. I want you to present the hand with kibble, and your dog is going to mouth it. They're going to bite it. They're going to do stuff to it. Keep the other hand right here on your chest. And when the moment that their mouth moves away, I want you to mark it, yes. And then I want you to just switch out the hands and offer them a treat. So you're going to offer them a treat like this. So if you've got 5 or 6 treats, you're going to have to push that treat up to the front and then bring your hands back to default and offer the kibble again. So it's kibble, movement away, mark it, shoot. Sorry. No one's starting yet, right, Julie?
Oh, everyone is starting. Everyone, wait just for a second. Just for a second, we're going to move you guys into individual rooms so you can really work on this as best you can.
Oh, my goodness.
Sandra, wait a second.
We're going into 3 rooms, and please accept. And Julie, where is Joanna? Perfect. All right, see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, you're in a private breakout room. So we're going to be working. You're going to go ahead and start working, and I'm going to talk to one person at a time as we go through this. Let's start with Garrett. You're going to start with your leave it. So you're going to have one hand with kibble or with that, just one treat, and the other hand has the treat that you're going to give them.
Okay, so we have a hand with kibble and a hand with treats.
Yes, let's switch. That's fine. So you're going to present the hand with kibble, and you're going to wait for the movement away, and you're going to mark it. You're going to say something like, yes, Garrett.
Yes, so I have the kibble, and I have to wait for him to move away.
Yep, and you're going to say yes when he does, and you're going to bring that hand back to your chest and offer a treat from the opposite hand. So just wait right there. Keep going. There it is. There's a little movement away.
Oh, yes. Good boy.
Good. I want your hand with the treat to come back to your chest. So it's yes, and then hand back over and switch.
Okay.
Okay, keep practicing. Brianna, I'm going to go to you next.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Garrett, mute yourself for one quick second.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Mute yourself first. Yeah.
Leave it. Yes.
Awesome, Brianna. I'm going to just give you one quick tip. After you say that word, Y-E-S, I want you to pull that hand back immediately, and then you can slowly offer the reward. That was awesome.
Okay. Leave it. Leave it.
Just say it one time. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Yes.
So she looked at you and stopped moving her mouth. So you're going to mark that small movement.
Okay.
Say the cue only one time, but wait until you've already placed your hand out there for right now.
Okay. Leave it. Yes.
Put your left hand back into your default position. So bring your hands back up. Stella, are you ready to go? So you're going to keep working on that. I'm going to come back around.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's see it. Keep going. Look at your dog. Wait for, there it is. There it is. Stella, I want you to bring both hands back to your chest. Yes, stay right there. You're only going to present one. And if your dog just backs up a little bit, I want you to pull your hands back to your chest and you're going to give a treat with the other hand. All right, let's see it. Perfect. This time before you make the switch, you're going to say yes, really sharp. So it's present, yes. Wait for it.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, both hands back up to the chest again. Do one more. Good. This next time I want you to say the word yes to let your dog know that they're doing it. Okay, keep practicing. Robin, I'm going to pin you. Okay, go ahead. Present one hand. Too high. Present it much lower. Bring your hand low. I want you to keep your hand there. Keep your hand there, Robin, with the kibble and wait for movement away. Just wait. Soon as your dog has no longer got their mouth on your hand, I want you to mark it and offer a treat with the other hand. Nice job, guys. Good work. Let's try it again, Robin. Good. That was perfect. I can't hear you, but I'm assuming you're saying yes. All right, Garrett, I'm going to go right back to you. I can't hear you, but I can see you. Okay, let's hear your timing.
Leave it. Yes, good boy.
Awesome.
Oh, good.
Let's do this. I want you to do the same thing you did. You're going to say the leave it cue first. That's fine. But I want you to say yes first. Bring both hands back and then pay because you started paying before you marked it.
Okay, so then bring out and then say leave it.
Go ahead. Say you said leave it. Now wait for movement away. Mark it. Just wait. I can't see anything, so you're fine.
Yes.
Now pay. There we go. That's it.
Okay, good boy.
Good. Once you get it reliable, then you can put it on cue.
Okay.
All right, Brienne.
Leave it. Yes.
Good. Brienne, change your tone on the word. Leave it.
Oh, that leave it or yes?
The leave it should be a much pleasant, like a more pleasant tone, even though it's not how it's really going to come out. You want to kind of not scare your dog instead.
Got it. Leave it. Yes.
That was great. Now say the word before you present the object. The hand, sorry.
Leave it. Yes.
That was good. Now open your fist slightly with your fingers kind of showing.
Leave it. Yes.
Good. Mark that a little bit sooner when first time her head moves back, you want to mark that.
Okay.
Nice job, Brienne. Keep going. Give your dogs a break if you need to. Robin, that's good. Hand a little lower because you're creating a jump.
Leave it. Yes.
Word is.
Leave it. Yes.
And Stella, one more round. Let's see. Brianne, can you mute yourself? One more time, Stella.
Okay. Let me get some. Good. Leave it. Good, leave it.
Good girl, Stella. So Stella, you can add the word sooner now. So I want you to say the word, leave it first, present your hand, and then you're going to offer the trade.
Okay. Leave it.
There it is. There it is. Bring the hand back up to your chest. Yeah. When they've done it, I need you to return your hand back up.
Okay.
All right, guys, great job. Keep going. You're going to have about 20 seconds, and we're going to go back into our main room. Nice work.
That was really good. That was really good. Everyone did a good job on that. Yo, you're muted.
Breaking into smaller groups will totally help with that. Julie, I can't see who's back.
I think just about everyone is back. Maybe one, maybe 2 or 3 people, but they're heading this way. So go for it.
All right, guys, great work. So those little small breakout rooms is what we do with our larger class, like our tricks class. At one point, we had almost 50 students. We have 5 trainers that can jump on and make the training session a little bit shorter. So loved it. I had every single person already put it on cue in our group, which was fantastic. We're going into our food bowl game, resource guarding prevention. Again, we're going really fast because we already talked about this on Tuesday. So now we're just practicing it in front of us. You're going to place your food, place one treat in a bowl, presenting the bowl about 10 to 12 inches above your dog. If they jump, I just want you to hold up there. I don't want you to allow them to take the food if they're jumping. If they're jumping, it means you're going to have to work a little bit quicker. So present the food in a bowl, 12 inches, and then you're going to say the release word. So let's just all say okay or release as you present the bowl back down onto the ground. As soon as your dog comes over and looks at you, wait for them to look at you. Then you're going to place food back into the bowl, hold the bowl up. And what you're waiting for is a sit or at least calmness. And then the bowl goes back down. So it's hold it up to wait for the calm, present the bowl back down once you get that calm. That's it. It's up and down. The food bowl is the cue for your dog to either back up and sit or back up and give you room. The food bowl should not mean jump on me. So wait for the calm, whatever that looks like. You can get a precise behavior later. You can get that nice solid sit, and waiting. But for right now, let's just get calm. Let's just get no jumping, no barking and things like that. You're going to repeat this. Let's just repeat 4 repetitions to keep it simple. So you're going to do 4 treats, one in a bowl at a time. Did everyone start, Julie? Oops. Okay. Julie, you're muted. All right, let's begin. So it's the food bowl. Perfect.
Good job, Karen. Let her eat. Make sure your puppies finish everything that's in their bowl before you touch it again.
Yes, do not reach for the bowl until they're done. And they're going to look at you like, hey, where's the food? If they don't, go ahead and grab it. Nice, Matt. Beautiful. Look at that. That was awesome.
Very good.
Matt and Sarah, you can actually add a little bit more of a weight to that. So you're going to put the bowl down about ½ inch away from the floor, and I want to hear you release your dog. Okay. So, and then you're going to work on building that weight. The goal is 10 or 20 seconds, guys, but not today.
But if you have a tiny puppy, you're just working on that. When you touch the bowl, they're totally calm. So Sandra, you're definitely not going to set it down while she's doing that.
Where's Sandra? Let me see where she is.
She's over here. The puppy's getting really excited. So right when they sit, if that's as good as it gets,
Woo!
right when she sits, I know, yeah, she's going crazy.
So Sandra, you're taking a little bit too long. You're making her really impatient. So just as soon as you get 1 second of calm, go ahead and put it down. That's it. All the way down to the ground.
Let go. Yep. Your hands are not on the food bowl if there's food in it.
Tara Lynn, go ahead and toss a treat to reset your dog. That's fine.
That's okay. If your dog is really tired, give them a break and just kind of.
She's going to sleep. She's like, she's pooped.
No, this is way too long to be training puppies, but we want to give you, you know, as much information as we can. So just take in, absorb the information and practice in small increments throughout the day.
Good job,
Just 5
Laura.
reps, guys. 5. Gosh, Jenna. Good job, Jenna.
Good job.
Yeah, Jenna's doing great. Now Lulu is nice and calm. The only thing is try not to, once you start lowering it, try not to pull it back up because it's going to make Lulu impatient and it might cause her to jump back up. She's doing a really good job sitting. So just go ahead and lower it all the way without bringing it up, without doing those. Yeah.
The only time we bring it back up is if the dog gets up and starts jumping during the process of bringing it down. It means you need to hurry up. You need to bring that bowl down a little sooner. All right, guys, that's 5 reps. Finish up wherever you're at. We are hustling.
I know. We're
like a speed class.
It's hard. It's really, really difficult to train your dog for this long. It's not something that we as trainers ever do, or, you know, even in our board and train, we have them all day. We spend max 5 to 8 minutes on one skill, and then they're pretty much dead for an hour. So it's okay if your puppies are getting tired, if they're getting fussy, go ahead and start managing them, putting them in their little playpen or putting them on leash just so that they can't nip at you if that's what's starting to happen.
So this is the last one, and this is the one that is going to be the most exhausting for both of you. You're going to be using your house to play a recall game. We're going to combine that game from last week where you're running away and your dog follows you, right? But before you go into the follow me game, I want you to practice a few collar grabs. We introduced the collar grab or the gotcha game on Tuesday, and we talked about the purpose of it is so that your dog is okay with getting their collar grabbed, just in case if your dog is out on the streets and missing, someone's going to need to grab their collar. So it's important for your dog to get used to it. So the gotcha game, is she already doing it? Oops, I think I put the wrong video. Anyways, the gotcha game, you're going to first start off by presenting a treat to your dog's mouth and coming as close as you can to your collar, your dog's collar. If they back up in any way, don't touch the collar, just present your hand. Do 3 repetitions, and then I want you to go into the recall game, which is where you run away from your dog, look over your shoulder. If they're following you, take a couple more steps, turn around, drop down, and give them some love. If your dogs are not taking food, just give them some love. If you've got food, grab 8 treats. You're going to do 8 repetitions after your 3 collar grabs. So a total of 11 reps. All right. Did everyone start?
No, actually, I think most people are getting pretty tired. So first start out on the ground. Like she said, we're getting our dogs used to, oh, look at the baby Boston's asleep.
All right, so you're going to be moving all the way around the house. It's okay if you go out of video. Stella, I want you to move around. There you go. Stand up and run away.
Oh, look at Sandy's pup.
Oh, look at Carolyn. Oh my God.
I know. She's done.
A border collie Boston Terrier with the
little dot. Yeah. So cute. Oh,
go,
I like
Sandra,
it.
go. Good. Ooh, some of you guys already
add in that collar grab. Add in that collar grab while you're doing, or if they don't have a collar on, just kind of touch close to their neck.
Sandra, use your place. Run.
Go. Good job, Jenna. Oh, very good. Then when the food is done, the hand comes off. Oh, she has a bow on. Yo, I'm losing it. They're so cute. Good. So this is Laura, present the food first. Drop all the way down to the ground. Go all the way down to the ground. If you're towering over and reaching down, your dog's gonna back up. So go all the way down to the ground. Food first, then collar.
You're gonna have to bend your knees and keep your upright position. So don't hover over your dog.
Food first, Laura. Grab food to the mouth first, then you can come in and just move your hand towards that collar or the harness. Good job. Oh, good job, Jenna.
Oh, look at Megan. Oh my gosh.
There we go, Brianne. Very good.
Brianne, good job.
Yeah, I like that you brought a toy in. If your dog is getting too excited with food, grab a toy, put it in their mouth, then do the collar grab. That was very creative. I like that.
Jenna, you might want to bring a toy and your dog's starting to add a little bit of a jump. Oh, I love that sit. Good job.
So formal. Then get the toy in the mouth, and then we grab the collar, and then we can go again.
All right, I think we got everyone got a nice little sweat going.
Are all our humans tired yet?
Okay. Callie, it is a game, Karen. It is a game, most definitely. If your dog is biting when they come over to you, then you might want to present a toy instead of a treat. So present a toy, and then you can kind of toss the toy and run away.
If your dog is biting your ankles, one of the easiest solution to that, put shoes on, right, guys? If you have a puppy, I haven't worn sandals and shorts in years because I have young puppies around.
Hey, so help wrap it up, guys. Julie, get them to wrap it up so the dogs don't get overly.
Yeah. Everyone's go ahead and stop. Let your puppies settle down. Grab a mat, a bed, something for them to relax on so that you guys can just start to settle down. If you have questions, type them in the chat so that we can go over them as a group. But go ahead and start calming down. Set your puppies up for a little. I like that. Brianne got out her settle mat. The puppy's gonna lay down and hang out while we talk and wrap everything up.
All right, so fantastic job. Some of you guys are already combining behaviors. You're combining the recall with the sit and the gotcha. It's awesome that you're already doing that. You're implementing that. That's what we do in our prep school is we give them a lot more combined behaviors that go on cue. So it's fantastic that you're naturally doing that. I love all of the quick questions. This class goes fast. Please take the time to write some notes down and ask us. Use our Facebook private group page to ask those kind of questions. It's probably the fastest and easiest way to get a response. But I've got a special little announcement today. We are going to be scheduling some private sessions with you guys from this class. So the homework for this week is to keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, we can tell that those of you that are practicing, it's showing up right now. Keep checking off your socialization list. Practice your recall games and your nose target, your leave it. We saw some really good progress on that, but remember there's lots of steps, so you got to keep practicing. Enrichment feeders only, just using enrichment projects to get your dog's brain working and challenging them to problem solve and help use that time to expose them to different sounds. Start hitting that YouTube. It should be on every single day, and I'm using it in some way or another. Remember to record in slow motion. Next week, we're going to be talking about children and puppies. how to manage that. We're also going to go into children's toys, so the skateboards and things like that, and everything to do with wheels. We're also going to be pulling out a long leash and a short leash. So we're going to be talking about loose leash walking, how to train it right now, and then the other type of walk, which is more of a sniffari kind of walk. So by next week, you should have a harness and a very, very thin leash for your puppy, as well as maybe a little longer line, or if you've got a backyard, we can show you there as well. And we'll go over some more problem prevention. We have a 5-day challenge. It starts tomorrow. It's really simple, and I want everyone in class to participate. I'm going to go live. Julie and I, maybe at the same time, we're going to go live at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and we're going to just pull out one thing that you have in your home, and we're going to ask that you use that for an enrichment project of the day. Enrichment just means providing, whether it's letting your dog shred it, letting them eat out of it. You're going to be creative with how you use that. We're going to present what you need to use, and at that time, we're going to give you some ideas going live. That live announcement will be on our Facebook private page, 10 a.m. At that point, you're going to use the comment to share any pictures or videos that you've posted from your own project. Every entrance, so every time you post a video or picture, and you can have up to 10 a day, you get one raffle ticket. And we are going to have 8 different prizes, one of them doing a $250 gift certificate to one of our programs. So we're going to be using things like an Amazon box, an egg carton, string, empty water bottle, solo cup. We'll switch it up. Sometimes we'll give you 2 options just in case you don't have one of those, but you've got to be on our private Facebook page to at least see what the challenges of the day, and then you can participate right there. On May 21st, we will be hosting a live Zoom meeting that morning at 10 a.m. before class. And that's where we're going to be pulling out the raffle tickets. You don't have to be present to win. You just have to be registered on that Zoom call so you can hear who the winners are. Some of the special offers, we do have that unlimited group class package. So after puppies start right, we've got prep school and all of the different types of classes, including our tricks class. It's $4.99 for an entire year, or make 2 payments of $250. We also have a puppy hybrid package if you want more private sessions. So it's 1 session every single week privately, but you get all of the classes as well, and a whole year membership. Unlimited email support and phone calls every single week to just make sure you're on the right track. That investment is $1,800, or 3 payments of $600. And here's my special announcement for all of you. That anyone, there is 19 people on the call today, and there's 3 of us that are trainers. So that means that there's 16 people eligible for this. We will give you, and we normally charge $250 for a consultation, a 30-minute private coaching session if you want. And we're going to discuss your setup. So we'd like to see pictures and images of your setup, review of all the different toys that you might have and how we use them. We're going to go into your puppy schedule based on your life and work schedule, and then go over your overall views. It's a 30-minute private session with us. If you would like to participate, all you have to do is write this down. I'm going to have Julie give you her personal cell phone number, and Julie's going to be scheduling consultations, open spots on Friday, Monday, and Wednesday and Friday of next week. Got that, Julie?
Yep, I'm including it right now.
Okay.
This is my actual number.
You're going to get an email of all of this, but just in case, Julie, can you just read off can you say your cell phone number?
Yep, it's 903-539-9803, and that's to get a hold of us for any of these packages. If you guys would like to set up a consultation, just let me know.
So 16 people eligible for the 30-minute private coaching session. We're only doing it for the puppy parents just because we love puppies. Here's a list of the rest of the classes. If you haven't seen it already, I keep including it in the email just in case you'd like to know a little bit more about what we do. But before we sign off, I'm going to spend a few minutes. Julie and I are going to be here, Joanna, and just kind of chat with you so you can unmute yourself if you've got any questions. Julie, do we have any questions that were written in the chat that we can go over as a team?
Yeah, actually, if Karen's on here right now. Yeah, we went over it a couple of weeks ago, but let's talk about your puppy's name. A lot of you are brand new puppy parents, so let's talk about how we cue or how we begin to cue our dog's name so that they'll look at us, right? When I say yo from across the room, I expect her to at least look at me. And that's how we're using our dog's name, hopefully, instead of just yo, 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 right? Like that's really, really annoying. So if you have been using it as a punishment or when you're upset, I would encourage you to just pick a different word, pick like hey or bro, or, you know, I always say dude, just because it doesn't mean anything, but for me, sometimes I can't help but say something. So pick a different word other than their name so that we're not spoiling that name. And I'll let Yo go over the specific steps of eye contact.
Let's just keep it really easy. The very first thing that we do when we have a puppy that's brand, you know, first 24 hours, we want to expose them to the crate and all those things, but you also want their name to mean something really cool. So say your dog's name and feed them to their mouth from your hand. It not only bonds, they're hearing this word coming out of your mouth and they're accepting food. Dogs quickly put that together. And even though it's not necessarily eye contact, it's where's the beef, right? It's like, where's the meat? Oh my God, it's coming from there. So they're going to look at you naturally. So it's Julie and food, Julie and food, right? And eventually you're going to say it when your dog's not looking at you. And the moment they look at you, they've got it down. You can feed them. So that's the fastest and easiest way to teach your dog's name. We do have a more formal way of teaching it, but I like to just keep it super simple, right? But don't use your name, don't use your dog's name for everything. They don't have to look at you to hear you. I mean, if I turn this way, I can still hear you guys, right? I can hear everything you're saying. I don't have to look at you. So don't expect your dog to like stare at you all day long. It's not going to happen. They don't want to do that. So
we end up with renamed cues like Piper sit, Piper sit, Piper sit. And so then when you say the word sit, the dog's like, what?
And for multiple family of like 3-4 kids, you know, I usually say, name the dog, have the dog have a certain name that the kids use because it's going to get poisoned really fast. And then have another name, like, or just another cue that means look at me. So my dog's eye contact cue is a single kiss. And that means look at me. I have something to ask you to do. And I'll normally give him a behavior that I want him to do immediately. I don't just have him look at me and stare at me and, you know, like, does my hair look okay? Like, it doesn't go that way. So it's important to just understand what it means. You can have multiple cues that mean look at you. Okay. Any other questions, Julie?
No, but I want to share a success. Robin said she wanted to say thanks. Chester has gotten used to the car and he went around the block this morning and was happy during the entire time. We love to hear those successes. Oh, also, Karen says your hair looks great. That was to you, obviously. My hair does not look good. And Jenna also, so we had another dog that had the same issue. She said, if your puppy, the dog never took their face or their attention away from the kibble during the leave it. So if your dog's a super obsessed chow hound, which some of yours are, if you're a Boston Terrier mom, you know that. So if your dog is just used to just never, ever letting food go, you can use a less exciting object. Sometimes I'll use a leash or, you know, my chapstick, and I'll have it in my hand just to start it off. And then you can go back to using the kibble. So just while we're getting that pattern of getting their face away, if your dog is not understanding to take their face away from kibble, sometimes you can use a less stimulating object to work on the trait.
You can also just put one piece of kibble in your hand and then put 10 treats. So this hand's going to smell better, right? This is the steak, and this is like, you know, whatever, but present it with less value.
We did one and she still thought it was steak. I don't know.
we tried one kibble and she just did not want to let go.
Jenna, also maybe taking your default hands instead of here, moving them to behind. So there's more of a distance. You can just change your default position. Default is so that your dogs are very clear on what you want. So you'll notice us say, go back to default. It's go back to like no movement. Some of you that leave your hands out there, the dog's like, well, is it the left? Is it right? Do you want me, you know, like they're trying to figure things out. So to be very clear when you're training a brand new cue, you'll notice with us, we don't move. We like literally only either use our cue from our mouth, or you'll see a hand movement come up so that the dog can zero in on that one movement and then go back to default. Okay. I'm fascinated with this group. You guys are really amazing. You've really come far already. And we normally don't teach any cues in the puppy start right class, but I was like, I think we can do a little more than just
lots of them are advancing. Yeah. And the owners, you guys are doing such a good job really listening and getting involved. I think sometimes in the big classes, people are so nervous about what they look like or what the other dogs are doing or how the other parents are doing, that I like that you guys are just trying. You're trying new things. You're trying to be creative and get your puppies confident. So thanks for putting yourself out there. I know it's not easy, but it's a lot easier when you're at home and you feel a little more comfortable.
Unmute yourselves, guys. Is there any questions? I promise you, you're not the only one that has that question. And we do on Sunday have a coaching session like this where you just go on and we just talk about every single issue. We put you in small groups so that it's a little more, I'm reading this question, so that it's it's easier to listen to. So Sunday is a free coaching session at 11 o'clock. I'll send you the link to that. But unmute yourselves. Let's ask some questions. Anyone have a question? Okay.
Our internet went out right when you started talking about the name stuff. Could you just quickly go over that real quick again? I'm sorry to make you repeat it.
The easiest way to teach the name, like the name game right from the very beginning, is that your dog associates their name with food. So just don't move anything, and you're going to say the word, which is their name, and you're going to offer food at the same time. So it's Charlie, and then food comes out. Charlie, food comes out, and you bring your hands back to default. And then what you do is you can, instead of feeding the food to their mouth, you can, and I normally will gradually move my treat higher. So eventually we're making eye contact with the dog. And then I can toss the food. And when the dog's got their head down and they stop, they're not eating anymore, I'll say the dog's name. And once they look, I'm like, okay, they know their name.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question. I know this is more applicable to yesterday's loose leash class, but I took Molly out on a sniffery walk today, and then a gardener started gardening, so she got a little stressed. Do you have any recommendations of how to calm her down and let her know it's like okay to be around that noise?
The exact same thing that we did on surfaces. Your dog isn't stressed out during surfaces, but there are some dogs on here that were like, oh my God, I'm not going to step on that. It's the same procedure. It's the same mechanics. So you're going to go further away from that sound, because you're basically, to your dog, you're blasting a lawnmower and they're like, oh my God. So the sound has to come from farther away. And then your dog might look at it and go, oh, okay, that's all that is. So that's the first step, is creating more distance. So I would walk across the street and I definitely move away. Now to change your dog's mind, that's where you do how about, can you go from there? Can I give you food from there on the sidewalk? How about we move 2 more inches closer? How about that? Right? If you're not walking your dog, you can hold them. But if they're taking food, you're good. Now, the moment they go, oh, and they stop taking food, your dog is completely stressed out. You're way too close to the noise. So never force when it comes to fear. Otherwise, that fear is going to get worse.
Especially because she is in her particular fear period. She's 5 months old. She's afraid of all sorts of random things that may not have scared her when she was younger. So we want to take it down. You know, if you happen to hear it throughout the day and she's not noticing maybe your neighbor, but you're inside, I would use that opportunity and start feeding and playing with her in the house where it's kind of a dampened sound, but she still hears the leaf blower and the lawnmower, and you guys are playing or you're feeding or you're training to keep her mind off it, but still create that new association of, oh, I guess this isn't so bad. My mom seems okay with it, so maybe it's not so bad when we go outside too.
Try it in this afternoon's meal. Find it on YouTube. There's a whole channel on the lawnmower, the blower, the jackhammer, like all of it. Get that noise going at a volume your dog is okay with, and then start a play session, you know, of tag or something. And then every 2 minutes, you can turn that volume up until you get to a full-on lawnmower in your kitchen. Like, get her used to that sound. Then the sight is not a big deal. It's the sound. So since it's just the sound, it's something you can train every single day. Same with the garbage truck. Usually it's the garbage truck sound, but then if they see that big arm moving and the sound, now they're actually afraid of the sight of the garbage truck. So you have to do both. You have to do the sound separately and the sight separately. Those are great questions. That was really, really good question. And that's exactly what happens. If your dog's afraid of the environment, they're not going to listen to you. I mean, you might as well not train your dog because they're not going to hear you outside. So more importantly than the sit and the down and go to your bed, which is super cute, it's more important to get them okay with being in the real world if you want to take your dog in the real world. That's the most important thing.
New research that shows that parents who are not bonded with their young puppies when they're younger have a much more difficult time during adolescence, because much like a child who's rebelling, they'll listen to everyone else but mom and dad. So if you have that puppy in the young period, making sure they trust you, making sure you're their best friend, make sure that adolescent age, when they're hormonal and they're emotional, you guys can still have a good relationship and they're not like, screw you, mom, and slam the door. They want to come and, you know, they may still be emotional, but they're more likely to come to you with their problems and face their mistakes and ask for help and want to continue learning with you. So the most important part is that you have a good relationship. Otherwise, your dog is not going to care what you say when you step outside.
And a relationship is defined as trust. Your dog trusts you, right?
Not just obedience, trust.
So you have, those of you that have puppies under 12 weeks, no matter how lazy you feel and how comfortable you are at home, you've got to get your dogs out. Unfortunately, getting a puppy right now is awesome because you have the time to do it, but you've got to get out there and work with them. You can't expect till after everything gets back to normal. Your dog will rebel. They just have no choice. They don't have the ability to say, oh, the world is safe. You've got till 12 weeks for them to make that decision. And then after that, it's like you're having to take a lot of extra steps.
Any other, neither of my fosters are neutered yet. I'm wondering if you have any advice as to what to do, and at the same time, any other advice since they're both skittish. We will not be commenting on neutering or medical issues as a safety because we're not medical professionals. That is something that you need to do your own research on, consult your vet, you know, make sure you're doing what's right for your family and your lifestyle.
I think her question was on managing the household, right?
I'm wondering if you have any advice when to do it. No, She was asking about the neutering. And then they're both really skittish, so making sure to work with them one at a time and that you have a relationship with each of them is going to make sure they don't just run away in a corner and say, no, we're our own best friends. Right?
I would recommend whoever that is to schedule that 30-minute. I mean, again, it's free, guys. I just want to get to know you. I'm used to meeting people in person. So by doing a 30-minute consultation, I'd like to know what your goals are. Some of you, I don't know where you're from. I'm in the city. So when we say well-mannered, we're talking about going in an elevator and being okay with all the millions of people that I have in my yard. So I want to see what you want and what you need. So take advantage of that private coaching session and see if we can give you a little more help. But that is a great question. That's something that we can definitely help you with as far as managing.
Yeah.
Karen, you're getting your dog soon, right? Next week? Or did you guys get your dog? I cannot pronounce your last name, so don't make me.
Yeah, that's gotta be. Yeah, this Karen. You Karen with the purple shirt on.
No, we've got the puppies. They're the ones who are always sleeping. He fell asleep during the one of the exercise, the obstacle course when he fell asleep.
Oh, that's okay.
No, they're both 9 weeks. They're Boston Terriers, and she was sleeping through the session, and he was up and he was doing some of the training, but he got bored and stopped eating.
Well, you're definitely going to want to talk to us about management. We're going to we want you to get those dogs separated right away.
We were just realizing that because we're so happy that we've got the two of them. And then we're kind of thinking, well, we're treating them like one unit.
Yeah. That's a trainer nightmare, by the way. We get that a lot. And in a training forum, we're like, oh my God, another one got 2 puppies. But it's okay. We can help you. But it's
spelled
like,
wrong. Oh.
It's
I'm
twins.
sorry. Yes. My name is spelled wrong. There's it's Karen, not an F Karen.
Okay.
If you go to the 3 dots, you can change or rename yourself. But yeah.
But please do set up a consultation, because if you have 2 puppies, we want to make sure that you guys it's a very special set of training. It's a very special set of management that we have to start right away. So that they don't bond only with each other and no longer want to be around you.
Sandra, will you mind sharing how it went? I'm so proud of you to be able to take your puppy on a plane. Can you just tell us a little bit about how that went?
I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to take her flying. So just long story short, I'm a private pilot. I'm going to take her on a little Cessna single engine airplane. My mom's going to have her on her lap in her small soft-sided kennel, and we're gonna see how she does. But I took her to the airport yesterday, and she slept through like airplanes taking off, so she's doing really good so far.
Good. And that's the setup plan that it would take to have a dog that can fly. Those are the things that you're supposed to be doing, right? So I'm proud of you. Really good.
I'm wait to see how she does tomorrow.
Snap a picture.
Video pictures, you've got to send it to us all. And Sandra's one of our new puppy Start Right program clients who's doing a month-long training of individual privates where we work with her one-on-one for a customized training plan. So because her dog is going to be traveling and flying, we want to make sure that she and her dog are prepared for that kind of lifestyle. So
that's big time. That's awesome. I love hearing that. Yeah.
And she's asleep now. It's probably nap time for everyone's puppy, and maybe some of the puppy parents too. So if you guys make sure your puppies are calmed down, they've gone potty, and then probably set them up for a good sleep for a couple hours.
All right, guys. Any other questions before we sign off? Callie's passed out. Yeah, my dog's.
No, the puppies are tired. Thank you guys so much for showing up. We love this class. This made my whole morning. Oh, look at the baby. This really does just make us smile all morning. Last week, we couldn't stop talking about it all day. So thank you guys for coming and bringing your puppies.
And for trying virtual training. Like, who would have thought, right? I love it. I love it because it's just, it's a lot easier for our clients. Success is way faster than it is in person. I don't know why, except that you're doing it in your home and you're doing it. I usually in a class will go, well, let me just show you, and I'll grab your leash and I'll be like, see, it's easy. But I love that you guys are doing it, because then you're the one bonding with your dogs. You're the one practicing until you get it right. So Great job to all of you guys today. Have a wonderful Thursday, and we'll send you a little email. Morning. Yeah. All right.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.